And on today's episode of What the Fuck Is He Doing to Which Bike Today, or where the fuck is he at? I'm at the shop and I'm doing stuff to this one. So yeah, I'm trying to gussy it up a little bit, right? So what you're seeing is the tail of a CRF 50, I think that was. No, XR 50, one of them, right? Just the tail, just a little stinger. The actual side plastics, those are from the CRF 110. I got the tail for that kit on my stunt bike over there, but that's just the plastic in reverse. So here's how it look on this side. It looked good. It actually looks good. Kind of impressed with how it's coming out. Realistically, I only put them on because I didn't have a plastic on because of this side, because of the exhaust. And the KP Mini stock plastics is just so bulky that you can't do it. So I wanted something to hide what's going on back there. And yeah, this is the result. I like it. I actually like that. So what I'm thinking about doing next is honestly shaving the seat. I might shave the seat down some. Only thing is I'm considering is the exhaust. I gotta keep that into consideration as well. But I'm gonna post a picture up of this one and the 300 from the back. It literally looks like I shrunk the 300. It literally looks like I shrunk the 300. It don't even look like I made this bigger. It looks like I shrunk that one. It is hilarious. But yeah, let me just continue doing what I was doing, because I literally just did that right now. It looked good though. I'm actually impressed. So I'm gonna have to figure out a front fender, and I want a longer one. Definitely want a longer stinger. That's what I call it. I like that look. I like that look. Yeah, let me keep working now. So I decided to not shave it down, but I did add foam back here instead. So then that way I kind of get a little lip. Kinda. It's a soft foam. It's actually softer than the seat, so I don't know how well it's gonna do as far as that goes. But yeah, I kind of just threw that in real quick. It's kind of not symmetrical. I just noticed that. Can't really see it over here because it's not really over here, but it's over here. Yeah, so it is what it is. I don't even really care about that. But as far as this goes, yeah, I'm good. So if anything, if I don't like how that looks, I can actually just take it back off, restaple it, honestly, after I shift it over. But kind of got to sit on it. I'm looking at, I got to see if I still got one of them seat straps, because I would kind of want to differentiate the hump from the seat. So I will put it maybe like right here, honestly. And then that way, you know, it covers, well, it splits the seat from the pillion to the driver. But yeah, nah, it's looking kind of good. It's looking kind of good. I'm really liking how the plastics came out. Really am. Okay, what's next? I think I might just go for a ride next. I think that's it for this bike. Before after. I also got to do this exhaust as well. So this one is an undermount as it's set up. I didn't cut anything. I just decided to see what I was gonna get with the whole pipe. The whole pipe gives you an undertail, right? But the only thing is, this is the KP Moto Club's muffler, right? So I got it mounted off of the metal bracket up there. But if you look right here, it's melting the plastic, and pretty sure it bottoms out on the exhaust. So I might end up looking into rotating it. I just have to see how I'm gonna do it. Just gotta see how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I might end up looking into rotating it. But yeah, I had to get an adapter to go from the size that this exhaust is, which is a 38 outer diameter, to a 51 inner diameter for the muffler. So yeah, there's that. I did the same thing on the other one, except for that one I believe is a 45. So I had to go from 45 to a 51 so I could run a street muffler. And I like that one. I definitely like that one. This one shoots flames. I knew it was gonna do that. I still gotta tune this one. Actually, I'm gonna just buy another carb, start fresh. I'm gonna end up just starting fresh with this one, with another carb, the same way I did with the other swap. But yeah, shit's coming together. Back at the other garage with all three of them together. They all have mufflers on them. Glad to have one on here because that shit sounded crazy straight pipe. So we're gonna start off with this one. So that's that one. There's this one, which I just changed it to 51 millimeter. So basically a street muffler versus the dirt bike muffler. This one's so quiet. It's so quiet, but it does what it needs to do. All right, so that's that one. Still might be my favorite. Still might be my favorite. I ain't even gonna lie. It's really between this bike and that bike. But I've been having more fun on this one. That one is just like, admittedly reliable as fuck as far as like riding it. Like I've had about the least amount of issues with that one. And this one, it's crazy. It's really crazy, but it's just a preference, right? And then there's this one. But she exhausts on the other side. Stupid loud. For no reason, right? So, realistically, I think that one might be my favorite. I think if I was to put the 300 in that body, that would be so much more fun than it already is, right? Not an issue. But honestly, I might fuck around and do that. I might just try that. Putting the 300 in here and putting the 223 in here on the 14s. I mean, realistically, this one's about to get 14s as well. Just spoke wheels, so the wheels themselves are going to be lighter than these. But I'm just waiting on the funds so I could buy what I need to get that finished, which is tires and wider barrels, because I don't like how skinny they currently are. So cool. With that being said, I'm just waiting on the money so I can buy that. And this is going to go on 14s. But as far as the wheels go, I got the wheel fit. Got the wheels to fit. So there's that. What else was it? Yeah, realistically though, I think I would try swapping them between each other. How I swapped those two. Well, the 150 into this one, and then I put this engine in here. Yeah, how I did that, I think I would do that with these two. Just so I could have even more fun practicing wheelies with this shit. Because the 300 is fast. It is. I'm just curious how it would do with the fucking, well, the 14s would do with the 223. I really need to clean this though. So I've wiped those two down. I just haven't. This one's been getting neglected a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. I got so many bikes, so it's just like, you know, I just bounce between them. But realistically, I've been neglecting this one. I've been riding that one more. And I gotta actually start putting some miles on this one. So I do want to break this one in. Honestly, I'm really considering actually selling this swap, like as a tire kit. I take the engine off. I'm gonna end up posting either a picture or a video of how I pulled the 150 out of here. So basically how I pulled the 150 out is how I'm gonna pull this 229 out. So the engine with the mounts connected to the engine, the exhaust, the carburetor still gonna stay on it. The cable's gonna stay on it because that cable is specific for that carburetor. The clutch cable can stay on the bike because I made the bracket fit for this engine to fit for a KP Mini's clutch cable. So I don't got to worry about that. The CDI, all the brackets, the mounts, the bolts, stuff like that. So basically, yeah, whatever I pull off of here to do the engine swap, that's going to be for sale. Once again, this was really just a proof of concept. I really only did this swap because the person who I bought this engine from said he couldn't get it to work in a KP Mini. So that was my motivation right there. I don't like when people tell me that they can't do things, knowing damn well things can be done if you just apply yourself, right? So I applied myself and I got the results I was looking for, and it works perfectly fine. So like I mentioned in the swap video, I actually upgraded the mount bolts themselves. So those are actually 3/8 bolts. They fit perfectly into the frame, so the engine shouldn't move or nothing like that. I'm gonna end up upgrading the bolts on that one. I have them, I just didn't put them on yet. And I want to check the bolts on these because these bolts came with this bracket, and I don't remember the size of them, honestly. I don't remember if they were the smaller ones or if they're the 3/8. So, yeah. I had to put spacers in here just like this one came with spacers. Right? So, it's not like running spacers behind there is going to hurt anything because that's obviously a thing with this frame. Whereas with the stock mount, if you notice, it kind of curves in on this side to actually meet the frame. The mount that I made is actually thicker aluminum. Was it aluminum? I don't even remember what the hell. I think it is aluminum. It's a thicker metal than the stock one. So I'm confident that this is going to hold. But yeah, you know, exhaust already blew on because titanium. And what else is it? I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I just got to put some miles on here so I can actually get a real comparison between the three bikes. But I can already tell you the vibrations on this one are way less than that of the 300. The 300 in fifth gear at like 4,000 RPM vibrates like a motherfucker. This at 7,000 RPM in fifth gear don't vibrate nearly as much as that at 4,000 RPM. It's crazy what a counterbalance can do. So like, this would be the one for long rides versus that one, even though I got this whole bike set up for long rides. Oh yeah, you know, a couple things I want to do. Change those bars to this bike, get a different set of bars for that bike. Something that isn't really straight. I don't really like the straight bar setup for long rides. I need something that's actually bent back and higher up. I don't want to put stocks on. Not going back with stocks. Yeah, those going over here. And I just got to figure out what bars for that. Still got to do brake and shit. And what else was it? I still got hella shit to do to all these shits. It's just little things, honestly, that add up, you know. With that being said, though, let me just turn them all on so y'all can hear these shits. Hear the Symphony. Oh, stay running. Cool. Hear the Symphony of my people. The KP swap owners. You know they're all on because all the lights are on. That one's about to turn off, I think, because of the idle. That one, I have the idle just set low, and it runs perfectly fine. That one I also have the idle set low, and that runs perfectly fine. Sometimes that lights, it'll turn off on me, I'll admit that. Sometimes it's not frequent enough for me to complain about, but I still have to tune that carburetor. This one tuned straight out the box. I haven't touched anything, honestly, and it's working. This is the same carb as that one. This is actually the carb that came with that engine when I bought it. I just replaced that carb with a brand new carb. So I'm just going to replace that same exact carb with another brand new carb, and then start fresh with this swap. So hopefully this doesn't happen, because as you can see, this one's running perfectly fine. But yeah, the call of my people, the swap KPs. On that note though, I'll see y'all in the next one. I don't even know what to say anymore for this video. That's why I'm just gonna end it. I'm just excited. Like, look at the difference. The exhaust is coming out on the left side for that one. That one is a high mount off to the side. This is a high mount center undertail. Like, so it's kind of like, you know, I just be doing shit, okay? That one could be shaped a little bit better, but I don't have the tools or equipment to do that. I can pay somebody, not an issue, but I would have to, you know, find somebody that's willing to do it. So if I want to keep that setup as an undertail setup, I can, and I actually have a dual exit that I would actually prefer to put for an undertail setup for that if I were to do it. So yeah, got options. But anyway, yeah, keep progressing, keep doing things. Join the swap club, join me. I can't be one of the only people. I know there's other people out there with swap KP minis, but like, I can't be one of the only people that's actually out here putting all the information out for everybody. So join me, join the club, you know, have some fun with the swaps. Pick a swap, any swap. As you see, I put 4 swaps in 3 different KP minis, and they all worked out perfectly fine. So just pick any engine that you think might work. It has to be close enough. The mounts in the back at least have to work. The front mounts, so before I go, let me just show you. This one, I didn't have to cut anything on the frame. It fit. That one bolted right up, that one bolted right up. As far as this, I just had to slot the actual mount itself. So I used the carbide bit and I just bored the hole down to get that to mount. Cool. You'll get a better representation of that one over here, because I had to do the same thing. And you see the top part of the bolt? That's originally where it went through. Cool. Now with this engine, I did have to grind the frame because of this on the cover side, which it is what it is. Grind that, cut the brake pedal, put a spacer back there that's skinnier than the brake pedal lever, so that way it can still pivot. Call it a day. But the bottom mount and this mount bolts are right up. This one, same thing as the first one. I didn't have to cut anything on this side. That mount and that mount bolted right up. The only thing I had to do with this one was I actually had to make a custom front mount. So with that being said, you know, there's a variety of options out there as far as the KP swaps go. You just have to figure out as far as those back mounts. The front mount, anybody can figure that out, honestly. I'm just being honest with you. Anybody, really, as long as you have simple hand tools. Like, I've been doing a lot of this shit that I've been doing with files, hand files, and I will cut things by hand with a hand saw. So it's like, you know, be crafty, make it happen though. At the end of the day, you just want to make shit happen. So that being said, I'm really gonna call it a video. I think I want to hop on that, but I'm actually supposed to maybe buying another bike with my boy. It's not for me, it's for him, but you know, I might be going with him to go buy another bike. So that being said, like I just said, go out and buy another bike or something. Enjoy your day and your bike that you already have. And just like that, fellas, just like that. You see that, right? This shit is Grom swap. It is a real Grom swap bike. All right, so that's gonna be fun. Look at this shit right here. Look at this shit right here. You heard that? You heard that, right? Look at this. Hey. Cheap Grom swap clone I just got one question. Who could re-weld this? Who could re-weld these mounts? Because other than that, seems like it's gonna be good, but I personally am not a fan of those mounts. So who could take care of that? And on today's episode of Fuck My Neighbors,